My name is Matthew Downs. Welcome to Professional Welding Services. Today we're working on this customer's truck. I guess it was an old box truck or a bread truck, and they're doing a DIY project converting it into a food truck. They've done a lot of work themselves, but they brought it to us to do the hood install and the stainless steel wall covering. So the first thing we're going to be doing is putting this wall covering up. 10-foot exhaust hood is going to be going right here. So they've already got all these electrical holes and panels installed. I'm going to come back and notch out my stainless sheet for these. Just putting some marks up here. Give me an idea of where they got to be. Take some measurements. About 3 inches, 3 1/4. The whole thing is going to be basically a 4-inch square. We'll pull this piece off and cut those first 2 holes out. Alright, so now that we've got our holes cut for the electrical outlets, I'm going to bring it in, dry fit it. I'm going to mark how far it comes over on the wood. Then we're going to put our liquid nails up and put this piece on the wall permanently. Looks good. Perfect. I'm just going to put a mark on this side because I don't want to put any more glue up here than I need for this one piece. All right, so we're gonna be putting joiner strips up in between these sheets. Just cleans them up, makes them look a little nicer. This one's actually an end piece we're gonna put up here because this sheet's gonna dead end right here up against the door panel. Put these in with some screws. So as you can see, we got our 2 full sheets up here, got an end piece on that side, some electrical cutouts, joiner strip over here in the center, looks really good. We've got another joiner strip on our second piece. We had to notch this one out at the floor to go over the existing wheel well, and our next sheet is also going to have a notch for the same wheel well on the back side. This last sheet is going to be our last full sheet. Unfortunately, it incorporates this electrical panel in it too, so we're going to have to cut that one out. It's going to dead end right past that. But that'll be 3 full sheets, and then we'll just have 1 part sheet left to put up there. I'm going to go ahead and start laying out this next sheet, and we'll get this one on here. All right, so as you can see, we got majority of this wall covered in stainless now. It turned out really good. We have one small piece left here on the end. It's gonna be a little more intricate. So I have a big cutout for the electrical box down here, and it's got some more hoses and wires coming in at the bottom we're gonna have to fix up. But I'm gonna get the hood in here, and we're gonna lay off where we're gonna cut our hole. Because we've gotta cut a hole into the roof of this truck. You see where these existing rivets are in here? There's a roof ceiling joist running right along there. We're gonna cut in between two of those joists and basically run our duct up, out, and into the exhaust fan on the top of the truck. I'm gonna show you how we do that. All right, so what we've got here is a 10-foot stainless steel exhaust hood. We're gonna be mounting this on the wall. This is how it comes. This is from Hoodmart, hoodmart.com. We do build these in-house. Unfortunately, we do not have the ability to UL list them, and some cities require that. So this one was purchased by the customer and delivered to our shop. What we're gonna be doing is cutting a hole in the top of this behind these filters, and we're going to attach the ductwork and weld it to the back of the hood. Then we will cut the hole in the roof, sleeve this in as one piece, and put the curb and fan on top of that. All right, so we've got our hole in the roof. This is our curb. It's gonna sit over our hole. It's basically gonna house the exhaust fan. Gonna be sealing this up with some roofing tar and using these galvanized zip screws to go around the perimeter and hold this down. Let's get back to work. Alright, so we've got our hood hung, finally. We did attach some brackets on the front, on the face here, welded to the hood, and we put some screws up through the ceiling ribs. We got 3 of those, and we've got an angle underneath the back that's attached to the wall to help support that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to climb up on top of the hood. I'm going to have to cut the ductwork off, and I'm going to weld the cover plates around that and get ready to put the fan on top. All right, so we're up on top of the hood now. As you can see, we've got this gap from the curb to the edge of the duct. Obviously this duct is way long. That's the way it comes. What I'm going to do is just lay a straight edge right across here. I'm going to put a line on this. I'm going to cut this duct off so it's flush. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to lay some plates around here, weld them to the curb, weld them to the duct. That way everything will be nice and solid. No leaks, no fire hazards, and we're going to drop our fan right on top of that. Alright, so we got this thing finished up. We got our stainless wall covering on these 2 walls. 10-foot exhaust hood is installed. We got the fan up on the roof. This thing is ready to go. We're going to go make some food. I'll see you guys in the next one.